All right, let's work on the game. Let's see. We need to fix the where we can walk past the monsters, over the monsters. Because remember where we left off last time? Um, it was blocking the way, the dead ones. So, um, where's my thing at? That is not it. Ooh. All right, so we did finish the big refactor for the view class, all that. And we refactored the distance that you can see. We did that. One thing I want to do, oh, see, food has no effect, but we can walk over it. So, but we can't walk over the monsters. So, all right, let's do that real quick. Ugh. Let's see. That's gonna be in. Oh my goodness, the update code, I think. Ooh. Okay, yeah, this is it here. So if it's not a monster, it's gonna be food. So eat food isn't doing anything. Remember when we just walked over it? Um, where's that at anyway? Let's go look at that real quick. Oh, well, no wonder. Wait, why is it being called a monster though? Oh, it's not. It's just finding every eat food there. Okay, here's the one. Oh, okay. So it does increase your health, but oh, wait a minute. Is it increasing my health every time? We can't see. That's why. So one thing, we're gonna come back to this because we need to get our info and status working. So let's go back into this. Okay, this just copies it over. Let's go to this here. So on update, if it's not a monster, if it is a monster, if it equals a monster, then we grab the monster at that location. Okay, here it is. If it's alive, then we do that. Else, we're just saying that it's dead. Okay, so we don't really have to do anything here. I think we can just do this and walk over it. I think. It's just not going to do anything, but it'll keep it red. Um, Let me see. Because then it goes down here. So if it doesn't do anything, we're on top of it. We're on top of it. And that's it. So once we move off of it, it should show the red monster on the radius. So let's go ahead and that should be fixed now. As long as it's not doing anything. We should just step right over it. Let's fire. Oh, you know what I'm gonna do? Let's go into monster and make sure that, oh, I forgot to save it. Look, it wouldn't have worked anyway. Um, let's go into monster and reduce the amount of hit points they can get because it's just taking a long time. Because see, luck could be like 8, and then health could be 10, and that's 80. So let's just do this real quick. Let's do game, get random number. Let's do 1 to 5. Let's just do that. Times M level. Let's just do that. That way we can quickly test. It takes forever, and then you got to hear all that, the sounds of the pop-ups popping up and all that. All right. Oh, nice. We got one real close. So if we go here, okay, hit for 2 damage. Did not kill it. Okay, I killed the monster. It's now red. I thought I changed that. Oh, man. I didn't change it for every direction. Hold on. Here we go with our dry code again. Our code is not dry. Oh, I gotta change that too. Alright, where am I at? So this one here is it. Alright, that should be it. Okay, there it is right there. Okay, it's red. Ah, shoot. Still can't go over it though. Okay, how did I misinterpret that? There must be a check to see if it's alive. Yep, right there. So if it, what is it checking? Monsters alive, do all that. Okay, so now it's not, so we're not doing anything. Oh, you know what it did too. See, the player moves onto the square that's getting ready to test. Oh, it's still undoing the move though. That's why. So we should be placed on top of that. So, what would it be? World instance. Get tile add. CPX, comma PY. Dot. Character dot. ASCII character equals monster. Monster. Oh. It's the best way to do this. I really don't want to just throw something in here. Um, I mean, I could set a flag not to undo the move. Oh man. Ugh, I don't want to check all this again. Um, it did move. We got let's see. Whoa, how do you like that name? Woo. Talk about descriptive. Okay, so we killed it here. There, this is the one we need. Now we got to come back and refactor all this because there's too much of the same code in there. So just like our fog of view radius thing, view radius, we're gonna have to do that to this because it's getting really long. I mean, if we can. But we might be able to take a lot of this. Do something with it. Abstract it away or something. Okay, so now. Oh man. That's what we're working on. If player is dead monster, is false. Then we can do this. Py minus minus. Minus minus px. And py plus plus. I think that's it. So that should do that. Our food. Well, we got to go a long way over there, don't we? Wow, I just went straight over it. I guess that makes sense. So it's kind of not what I wanted, but definitely not what I wanted. So that is all jacked up now. Oh. Okay. Let me reset that value too. Hold on a minute. I don't like messing with this. Don't like messing with it. So what's a good way to do this? I mean, obviously we got to check. You know what would be easy is just to keep a little list of it. I mean, we already have the monster in the monster at find monster at. We could do that. Okay, so the problem is we've killed the monster. We're on top of that. I think we should undo the move, and then we should detect it before we even go into that. That's what I'm thinking. I also don't need all this. I think that's what we need to do. um, I guess there's no harm in making it red on in the screen buffer. Really? So once it's red, um, so we could do that, create a function that does that. But is this just doing the same thing that my other code did? Because if I return a false from that position, let's see, monster. Do I even have that? I don't even have a get monster at XY. Or is it in the world? I thought I had that. Or it was just a tile, wasn't it? Let's use tile. We don't need monster. Let's get the tile. Set tile at, get tile at. Yeah. Let's do the get tile at. We don't need get monster. Well, is monster alive at XY? We can do that. But we don't need this. Return game instance. Get tile at XY. That's info dot char dot ASCII character equals monster dot. This doesn't tell us though. Monster and let's do this. Tall info equals right there. So that and it's actually colored red. Equals what? What is it? Foreground red. So it's going to return it is a monster and it's red. We really want this to be, is it dead? Okay, so now we can call that. But that's a monster, right? Yeah. We don't have a monster. Well, we do have the monster here, though. But it's wrapped up in here. Get tile out. We've got the tile information. We could just throw this monster instance up here. Right up in here. Since we need it down here anyway. Let's do that. PXPY. But see, this is the case when it's not a monster, it's gonna it's not gonna be there. Another thing we can do is move the undo code into the else or even the if. I don't like doing that either. Um, another thing we can do, you know what? Let me see get tile at. Um, we just need to know that it's red. Yeah, we just need to know it's red. We don't actually need the monster. Because the monster is going to be null anyway once it gets deleted. Okay, let me see this. We don't need that. We just need to check. But the only way to do it is through that. Okay, we need to take that out of monster. Monster did add, because specifically, plus is monster alive belongs here, but is monster dead at a particular place? I don't think it belongs there anyway. There's an argument for that. Place monsters in caverns, since it's something that monster at. We already had a get monster at. What the crap? Is monster dead at XY? There. Right here is monster dead at. Now see, do we even need this since we can just grab the monster? I don't even think we need it now. We can just grab the monster. Once we have the monster. Oh, but the monster's dead. But we didn't delete it, right? We didn't delete the monster. Even though it's dead, we just set the alive to false. So we just grab the monster at XY again. And see if it's dead. That's what we were doing before, though. Oh. Yeah, see, getting the monster. This shouldn't be grabbed. This is grabbing it from screen. So it's not going to have the color information. But it is a source of truth. Well, as long as the source of truth is there. Hmm. Oh, I think we're going to change it back. So instead of it being the view buffer like this, I think we're going to go ahead and paint it red in screen and keep that information. It is the source of truth. So as long as you don't delete things from screen, you're all right. But I think adding attributes to a monster is okay. We're not destructing anything. And if that's the case, we don't need it Well, yeah, we do. We don't need to do this, but we just need to copy what's over in screen to there. But it always undoes the move. I don't know. Do we really need that? Shoot. Okay. So even if we know that the monster's dead, well, what if we do it up here, though? If monster's dead here. So if that's false, can't we just skip everything? So that way when we go into it, it's still going to come to there. But what is this? An else? So here's what we need. We need it where when we move onto a red monster, it acts as if it's a floor tile. That's actually what we need. So, because that's the same path it takes if you're just walking around, see? If it's not a ASCII character. And tile info ASCII is not a monster, then it goes here. See, then it skips the whole undo move right there. So we need to put our test right there. So if it's a monster and the monster is alive, that way we can get rid of this check too. We really don't need that right here because we're not doing anything anyway. So let's get rid of that. We're not doing anything with it. So let's put our check there, right up here. So we're only going to do this if the ASCII character equals a monster and tile info dot attributes does not equal foreground red. So if it does equal foreground red, we're going to skip this whole thing. That's the only if in that else, right? We need to get out of this if. So this if needs to be up here. We need to move this whole thing up into this else. Make it a part of the else. There we go. Get rid of that. Get rid of that one. And then we can move all this over. There. Shift tab. Twig, what are you doing? You little monkey. So we got that. Grief, how many blanks are there? Delete that. Okay. So if it's a monster and the foreground is not red, then we're going to do this and we can actually go attack it. Okay. If it is, we skip over the whole thing right there. So let's apply this. Let's go check this out before we put it on every direction. So this is for up. Let's go try that. Oops. Guess I forgot to get rid of all the dead code. Is monster dead at? We don't need that anymore. Let's just go to entity 500. Get rid of this whole thing. Yeah. 502, 503. Game instance and monster. Okay. 3. Oh, excuse me. I think that's just artifact of the build, of the error. Whoops. All right, Let's do that. Now, it was only up. Yeah. So let's test our up. Ooh, there's one right there. So we'll go up. You missed the monster. Okay. So now let's go up again. Ah, we still can't enter onto it though. Hmm. Okay, I am totally missing why it is not doing that. So let's go up again. Because it's not doing it from any direction. That means the code I made, um, it's something else. So I went up from up, right there. It was a monster, so it went down here to the else if monster. It is a monster, and the infantry attributes does not equal foreground red, so it did equal foreground red. So it should have went down here and busted out from here. And then it should have updated the player position down here, right here. With the PXPY, because we never undid it. And the player. So if it skips over everything in here, it should go here. But the problem was, it never got that far. We didn't have our map shown, did we? If the map, no, because you can't see the player on there. So it should have been in here. Oh, you know what? Going up. No, that's right. So the ASCII character. Let's go ahead and fire up the debugger. Let's see what's happening here. By the way, if you don't know how to select multiples of these, I'm just holding down control when I click it. I'm sure you already know it, but in case you didn't, that's it. So we're in up. This is the one we want. We're going to start it right there. Ooh, a lot of them. So we have to come up with it right there. So let's do that. Let's go in here. So we have our tile info. It is a monster. You can see it right there. Attributes is 7, which I presume is red. So ASCII character here is 33. Else here, 7. I don't know if foreground red equals 7, but it should only go on in here if it's foreground red. Or, I mean, if it's not. And it's not because we haven't killed it yet, so go over that. What's the number 2? So that should be a good one there. Then our damage. What's our monster here anyway? Monster here. Health is 5, so there. Our damage is 2, so we're going to have to do it again. So let's continue. Okay. We got to do it again. You still got 3 left. So let's go up. Okay, we should kill it this time. Oh no, hit number's 3. Dang it, we missed it. Alright, continue. Alright, go back again. Let's change this down to here. Well, not really. Tile info. Ah, we missed it again. Gosh dang it, man. Crap. Oh. Up again. Six, yay. How much damage do we do? Gosh dang it, 2. Ah, still need one more. Let's go. There. Yay. Okay, we killed it this time, just barely. Okay, add damage, yay. Oh, that's a good health there. Health is 0, you can see it right here. So yay, we can do that. Monster this. So now we color it red. Player gains experience. Yeah, that's definitely wrong. Level up. And then continue. Okay, yay. Let's go down here. So it's red. Let's go up again. Same old thing. Okay, so this time it is red, so we shouldn't go in here. And we do. So I think what happens here is it's the 7 thing with the foreground red. Because it's still a monster and does not equal foreground red. So I think the attribute 7 thing. Let me change that real quick. Let's do that. See what happens on that. I think it's 7, isn't it? No, look at this. Defined as 4. Expands to 0004. So why was it? Tile info attribute. Oh, wait a minute. Where's this at? Tile info. Where are we getting tile info from? Get tile at. Is this from screen? If it is, that's the major boo-boo. Bet you it is. I'm thinking it takes it from screen. And remember, we're not putting that info in there. Where's that at? World, where are you at? Tile at, yep. Takes it from screen, so it's always white. That's the bug. Okay, so the fix is, did we just color the screen? I mean, if we're not going to use that character info structure in the screen, we could just do a normal character array and save bytes. So if we're not going to keep the color in there, I think that's part of the record. I think we should go ahead and write it into screen. So let me see this real quick. So tell that. So let's go ahead and do that. So let's take that. Let's go ahead and write it back in there. This here. Oh wait, we don't do it on this one. Oops, the wrong one. Okay. So we do that. I feel like I'm missing something. Like I forgot something. That's what I'm thinking. Okay, now on up. Oh. I'm gonna make this even easier. So we're gonna give the monster. Where's it at? One. Yay. There we go. Make that a heck of a lot easier. Man, there's a big, I'm right by a highway, and there's a big overloaded semi with a. Why is everybody honking? It's blocking the road because it's trying to make a turn on the highway. And it's just, it looks like he's gonna make it. It's oversized, but he made a left turn on the highway, and at first it looked like he wasn't gonna make it. I think it was because nobody was letting him in, so he was blocking one lane. That's why people were honking. Which he never would have. He never would have got out. It's it's 5 o'clock, so nobody's gonna let him in. So he had to go block one lane. I think everybody was mad. Okay, back to this before I run out of juice. Oh man. Okay, we are here. We got that. So it was just the up that we're testing. Okay, I think that's it. So once we kill the monster, it turns red, and then it should catch it here, and we should skip the undo move, and it should move us right onto it. Okay, I think we're good here. Did we build? No, because it's still got that get CH in there. So let's build this. Ooh. I just went right through a wall. Did you guys see that? Look at that. It was on the up code. Look at that. And the green dot underneath it. So the code's all messed up. Ah! Dang it, man. This is turning into a big bunch of bull. This should not be this complicated. Alright, there we go. I killed it. It turns red. I can go over it. Now it's not red anymore. Okay. I'm gonna have to rethink this. Who would have thought this would be a big problem like this? I certainly didn't. So, um, oh, I did not think that was gonna be a big issue. Also, it was going through that wall, so if tile info character, I think I must. Oh, because it is a wall. I forgot. It is a wall. So it's skipping over it. Let's see if it equals monster. It's a wall. So we skip right over it. Right over it because it's a wall. Alright, I'm gonna have to redesign it. Gonna have to redesign it. Let's take us back to where it was. Ow, twig. Oh. Alright. I hate how it doesn't line them up when you paste it. Should be like that. Alright. Definitely need a redesign. Crap. So we're back where we was. What I was thinking is keeping an array of killed monsters, but we already have an array of monsters. So we should, I mean, we can pull up the monster and see if it's there, but The problem is we're hacking it in. Because once we're in here, we're going to automatically do this once we get out of the else. I mean, we can move it in. Oh. Does not equal wall, does not equal monster. See, once you eat it or pick up treasure or whatever, set a trap off, it replaces it with that. With the floor. Ugh. Now, what was the did move used for? Oh, the health. Yeah. That still needs to be done in there. So as it is, um, ow. Well, one hack would be to do another px minus minus. You know, whatever it is, and then this wouldn't affect it. Put it back right back on it. That would work, I believe. But man, that is hacky. Bigger than crap. Let me see. Right here. Let's do it for up though. So it's right in here. If it's a monster, if monster is alive, uh-oh. If it's not alive, right here. Ladies and gentlemen, do not do this. Oh. Py minus minus. It's the same one as this up here, right here. We're just moving it twice now. That way this will undo that instead of the original one, and it should put us where we need to be. Let's see what happens with that. Oops. Got to attack up. There, so go down there. So it's red. So we can go over it now, but see, in this case, it's dead and it's out of the array. It's set as dead. So we can still go over it, but it's not red anymore. And look right here, it's set to green. This one's green. Because that was the original attribute. It was never reset. I'm wondering if this is so important that I should keep doing it. At this point. So when we go back over it though, when we move off of it, that's in the view code here. So as soon as we move off of it, it goes white again. That's in all this. Because once we go up again, it's right below us. And see, and this draws every cycle. So while we're on it, if temp x equals px and temp y equals py, this is the player's square. So it draws the square, that's fine. It does the rest of it. But once we go up to the next one, now that monster square is below us. So it doesn't trigger here. It just goes right to here. And it just draws the ASCII character. So this is the point where we would do it. And we would have to check if it's, see, we're already checking a trap overlay. So we could do if game instance, what does it get tile at? What have we got? PXPY or temp. TMPX, comma, TMPY. PY here. Right there. Tile info dot. This should be char dot ASCII character equals monster and Actually, we don't even need that. We just need the attribute of it. Well, we might as well be robust about it. Info dot attributes equals foreground red. Then do this. Oh, we just want to paint it red. So that dot attributes equals foreground red. So that's what we do there. And then we're just setting it to red because we're still going to see it's writing what's on screen. And that's where it's get, God dang it, Twig. You're messing up my keyboard. Okay, so that famous last words, that should fix it. Did I do anything up here? Let's build that. Where am I going? View CPP73. Where's that at? Blah, 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 blah. Oh, yeah. Okay. Oh, so monster is down. Somewhere over here. Whoops, I'm way past it. There we go. Okay. Missed the monster. Missed the monster. Okay, it's red. Go over it. It's red. So it remains red, but we got a little. Okay, we're not resetting our space where it was at before once we move. So let's go into that. So if it's not, so once we're on, we're right below it. And we step onto the monster. So we're right below the monster. It goes through here. It just copies us here. Now at some point, we're changing it to green. That must be in here because we're attacking the monster. And then when we kill it, we're painting the monster red. And then we go through here. Remember, we're undoing this. Well, actually, we're not. We're on top of it now. So actually, it stays green. So that was a mistake to do this. This was a mistake. If monster is alive, we just do nothing. And that puts us one below the monster. It keeps us there, but it also draws us as green. So then we go back to view. And once we move into the monster, it should do nothing. Okay. And then from here, this is in the temp x temp y. Hold on. I think I'm confusing myself now. Oh, crap. 18, this is about to die. Oh, man. Okay, that's way down there. Let's get another one. Oh, okay, let's go down. It's red. Okay, I better get off here. Okay, to be continued. If you like this, like, share, subscribe, continue, or consider donating to my GoFundMe page. That would help me not be homeless. And if you got an old laptop, please donate it if you so wish to. And I appreciate y'all watching this, and we will settle this on the next one.